Alrighty, guys, welcome back. It's your boy EQ, and up next we have Drake's Doghouse record, Literally in the Doghouse, debuting at number 73 on the US Spotify charts, which definitely does not foreshadow a great placing on the Hot Billboard 100 next week when the results come in. As far as Billboard, his highest charting record right now is What Did I Miss at number 62 after debuting at number 2, and it's been a free fall ever since. Which One, which features Central C, debuted at number 23 and more than likely fallen off the charts after 7 weeks. If both those songs fall off, he won't have any songs in the Hot 100, and at this point, it's not a guarantee that Doghouse even charts at all, let alone debut in the top 25. Drake is putting a lot of money into these streams, and he's definitely not getting a return on their investment. I know Aiden said that these records aren't on the album, but mediocrity doesn't help in building anticipation. An album's rollout is only as effective as the amount of anticipation it builds, and this rollout has definitely had even his most diehard cult members questioning his moves, leading the cult of the Ovihoites in shambles. I saw some fans moving the goalposts and spinning the narrative that debuting at number 2 on the hip hop charts makes it a success, but that couldn't be anything further from the case because that's not enough for an artist that has had the success that Drake has and the amount of money he's putting behind all this. He's supposed to be competing for number 1 on the Hot 100, and a consolation prize is definitely not going to cut it. Not even Yeat dissing Kendrick could save that record, and it's crazy because Yeat's solo music fares a lot better than this. Yeat's fan base doesn't particularly care for somebody like Drake, and we saw that live in the Iceman live stream, with the energy in that room being almost non existent until Yeat's part came up. But definitely let me know where you guys think this record debuts on the Hot 100 if it debuted at number 73 on Spotify, because like I said, it doesn't look good. It's not even the Ovihoites are talking about this record. And it's crazy that Luther, a track that has been out for 41 weeks now, is still holding strong at number 34, and the only reason it'll fall off anytime soon is because of a technicality. Same reason Not Like Us was removed. But enough dilly-dallying, let's jump right into these posts and clips. We have Drake's Doghouse record, Literally in the Doghouse, debuting at number 73 on the US Spotify charts. This definitely isn't going to move the needle for them. Numbers don't lie, huge start for this collab, and I wouldn't say it's a huge start when it's debuting at number 73. That Doghouse record might not even make it into the Hot 100. 73, a Yeat song alone debuts higher, Drake flopped. We have Geek Time that debuted at number 74, had close to 500,000 streams. Here we have Doghouse featuring Julia Wolf and Yeat, which did about 40,000 less, which is definitely going to cement the narrative that the Drake stimulus package is now the Drake curse. Numbers look crazy without those bots. And the crazy part about this tweet is that he may have very well used bots and still ended up with this outcome. Fans calling this a surprise drop is a cope I didn't expect to see. They must have forgot this nigga in the middle of a rollout where songs are expected. Yeah, not only are they expected, but he previewed it in the stream. Given the last 2 episodes, he dropped songs right after. This guy's definitely right, but they should use a lot more punctuation in their statements. Kendrick ended Drake so bad. No, and you could definitely hear that Drake has lost his confidence. As a person that's recorded so many people throughout the years, you can hear when somebody's lacking confidence while they're recording. It's the same way you can hear when somebody's reading their raps. They say that that song was going to be number 1 on the charts. It might want to turn that into a 7 and add a 3 next to it. And that might even be too optimistic. And was released on a Monday. His superpowers have clearly been neutralized. Great career numbers, post Not Like Us. Yeah, they've definitely been abysmal. And we all know the cult of the Ovihoites are allergic to accountability and also devoid of any facts in their arguments. But yeah, Drake's music is being streamed heavily, but that's all based on back catalog. It's not none of these new records anyway. Actually, jump over to the Hot 100. It hasn't even posted yet, so we have to wait a little while longer for it to actually chart. But it's definitely not looking good for Drake because this is going to debut even lower than his last record, and they said it would flop. And yeah, that's exactly what it's doing. If you're not hitting top 10 with the type of platform that Drake has, it's honestly a flop. That's huge. What a flop. All that rolling out to flop like this. Damn, Lawbury. It's terrible for the numbers guy, and that's what happens when you base your whole identity on numbers. This is going to happen. It's basically inevitable. And they try to tell us that the song was trash. And yeah, it's performing as if it's mid, which is what it is. I think I need to listen to this song. And that's what the Ovihoites should do, man. Instead of complaining like this, they should go stream their records and they be doing better than 73, 62, 96, whatever they're doing right now. J. Cole dropping the fall off soon. It ain't a fall off for him, though. But while Cole is obviously very, very talented, still, we can't act like his reputation didn't take a hit. If our lives depended on a dope verse from Yeat, we all dead. And I definitely agree, but I don't think that ever was the point. I don't think anyone would have ever put Yeat in any top lyricist category ever. Basically, just his sound, and the dude does have a rabid fan base. The GOAT, It's Too Easy, LOL Gang. Drake is now in the same streaming tier as Don Toliver with their two most recent singles. And bro, don't do this to Don Toliver, man. It's a slap in his face. All right. The song will be Number very soon. And yeah, and that seems like a body to count right there. I see you spin. Just make sure you don't mention the US numbers. Ouch, what's going on? Are we really seeing the Ja Rule effect in real time? At least Ja Rule handled his situation with a lot more grace. And that's really the biggest reason why Drake's reputation is where it's at now. If Drake had just lost the beef and took it with some grace and actually took it in stride, yeah, he was going to get the jokes. Yeah, he was going to get clowned on. And that was definitely going to be a stain on his legacy. But Drake truly has the most blame in where his reputation is now because of the stuff he's done. He's a throwaway, guys. And yeah, people don't devote this much time and resources towards throwaways. The guy's literally seeing what sticks. And obviously it didn't stick. So now that it didn't stick, you want to say it's a throwaway. But if it was a hit, you would say that Drake and his team are geniuses, man. That's really easy to say in hindsight. Alrighty, guys. This next tweet reads Drake's last two singles, Doghouse and Somebody Loves Me Part 2, debuted with less than 650K streams. These weren't features, but actual Drake songs and singles. Again, not throwaways. So because they're actual Drake songs, yeah, you can't compare them to a song that Kendrick Lamar was featured on, because he's not controlling how they're promoting the record. But even with that being said, Chains and Whips still debuted higher than them. So if those guys are flopping, what's Drake doing right now? Drake Stimmy not even helping himself nowadays. Doghouse debuted at number 72. Somebody Loves Me debut at 124. What did I miss at 60? Which one at 93? All these joints are free falling like crazy. And I feel like most people are confusing the Spotify charts for the Billboard charts because it obviously hasn't posted to the Billboard charts yet. Over here we have a review for Doghouse by Drake, Julia Wolf, and Yeat. Okay, so let's just rip off the band-aid quickly. It's over. No dead ass. It was a nice run, but this track is a prime example of a nigga running out of shit to rap about, so he attempts to make a song that's supposed to be hype or fun, as you folks like to say, and it comes off very feckless. Big word, look it up. And honestly, guys, the record was really cringe. Like I said earlier, the energy in that room didn't really kick up until it got to Yeat's part. Drake is definitely having an identity crisis because it feels like he's just making music that he thinks the youth want to hear, and that's his biggest mistake. Julia Wolf, who's talented in her own right, feels out of place before the track transitions after her 27-second intro. Drake then proceeds to rap for the next 2 minutes, and it's bad. The hook, for starters, is very elementary, and also don't forget that Drake was also talking to little girls on the record. Don't forget the underwhelming rhyme scheme and the lack of quality bars. He had 40 seconds, and while it was the best part of the song, it's disappointing because it feels like his verse could have been more. And most definitely, that was a Yeat record that Drake took over, basically. If Drake truly wanted to make this the best record that it could have been, he should have let Yeat just do all the heavy lifting and carry the track. As a whole, this track is prime definition of an artist wasting a good beat. This track isn't good at all. Sometimes it's okay to not make songs anymore. They gave it the final score of Chicago Bears out of 10. A very abysmal score. Flopped in terms of creativity and risk taking. This newer music is just so ass and lazy. Like I keep saying, guys, the song just sounds like he's doing what he thinks people want to hear, which is not how you want to tackle art. And when you do hear Drake on these newer records, he is lacking all the heart and confidence that he once had. Right? Doghouse 1 out of 10. What the F is this? Again, this beat is almost okay, but this is just mess. I despise Drake, but goddamn, this is like really bad. Like, wow. Not cancel the album, drop a greatest hits album, and just leave. It's over. That wouldn't be the worst idea to drop a greatest hits, because those records are the ones carrying all his streaming numbers. So yeah, guys, no matter how the OVHOites want to try to spin the narrative that this record or this rollout has been a success, all we have to do is look at the numbers, something that they have been so kind to point out for so many years. Obviously, Drake is not having the success he once had, on these newer records anyway, and it's obviously plain to see. You cannot justify a record debuting at number 73 when you have the platform that Drake does, when you have the money being put into the music like Drake does, and think that it's okay that you got 73. Because if it's doing that, I give it a week, max 2 weeks to actually fall off the charts altogether, the Hot 100 anyway. And that's definitely a bad look when you're trying to roll out the Iceman project. The job of a rollout is to create excitement, to create hype, and this is doing anything but that. I know some people are saying, yeah, no, they're mining data with this, and while data is the new gold, it's probably one of the most valuable commodities right now, you can't say that this is a good look for Drake. But definitely let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think this Doghouse record is literally in the doghouse? Do you guys think it's flopped? For me, this record is definitely done with. Why put any more money into it when it's just going to fall off the charts anyway? And while Aiden Ross can say that these songs aren't on the album, you're doing a terrible job of rolling out the album with these terrible songs. But definitely let me know what you guys think. Definitely hit the like and subscribe button, guys. It does the channel wonders. I really want to thank you guys so much for continuing to make this channel a part of your day. It honestly means the world to me, and all the love and support that you guys continue showing this channel on a daily is honestly overwhelming and probably the biggest reason why I make these videos. I really want to let you guys know how grateful I am for all of it. Definitely want to send a big shout out to all those that have been joining YouTube memberships. Small way to support the channel, but definitely goes a very long way in helping out. And I definitely want to send a very big thank you to all those that have been sending super thanks, because it's another tremendous way to support the channel. So I'm definitely looking forward to your takes on this, even though I'm pretty sure I know which way you guys are going to be leaning towards. Hope you guys love this video, and I hope to see you guys soon. And it's definitely going to be interesting to see where the next record debuts.